speaking of crackheads, and I say that literally, there was this video that Vic Berger put out a couple weeks ago, and I saw Marianne Williamson, which if you want to, and this goes, I'm real quick PSA to the Tulsi people. If you want to stan a woman from the 2020 Democratic primary, Marianne Williamson, right? She has only become a better person in the last year. Every other person that ran in the primaries became a much worse person, right? But Marianne Williamson, she used to have a lot of really cringy beliefs, right? And then now she's like, Medicare for all, man, that's epic. And she's like going out there, she's like signal boosting Antifa and stuff like that's pretty cool, right? So shout outs to Marianne Williamson. But Vic Berger posted this video of Joe Rogan's thoughts on Gavin McInnes, and it's a compilation. Now, for those of you that don't know Gavin McInnes, I'm so sorry, Gavin. I'm so sorry. He is the founder and, quote, former leader of the Proud Boys. So he kind of started up this whole organization in like 2015, 2016-ish. They didn't really start flourishing until 2017. And he's been on Joe Rogan's podcast several times. Joe Rogan is very familiar with Gavin McInnes as being the leader of a hate group. And so this is Vic Berger's little video from a couple weeks ago about Joe Rogan's thoughts on Gavin McInnes and who Gavin McInnes really is.
The reason why I brought up Gavin is that I think that I have had a couple podcasts with him, and people have had like weird conversations with me about it. And I've said, this is one of the things that I've said. I was like, look, the guy.
Again, I just want to point out that, like, why did Joe Rogan went from like a folksy Western kind of like fun little studio, now he looks like he's in a tanning salon. Like, it's really weird. Like, turn the lights off. You look like you're shining, dude. Like, I don't like seeing Joe Rogan and his previous set. It's like, okay, he's Joe Rogan, but now his pores are exposed. Like, the light is reaching into his fucking like molecular system, right? It's gross. Like, seriously.
That's mostly fun.
Yeah,
mostly fun.
Mostly fun.
I started this gang called the Proud Boys. And
the Proud Boys?
The Proud Boys.
What's Proud Boys about?
We will kill you. That's the Proud Boys in a nutshell. We will kill you. We look nice. We seem soft. We have boys in our name. But like Bill the Butcher and the Bowery Boys, we will assassinate you. Now, part of the reason I agree to do the talk is because I'm allowed to bring all my guys. And we can fight our way in and fight our way out. Eating the shit out of these people. I think it's our job to do it. And the cops to turn a blind eye. If you're wearing a MAGA hat, as Sal is right now. Sal's in the studio, folks.
Oh my God, it's Sal Cipolla. Where are you from?
Andrea.
Wow, you came a long way.
You're wearing a MAGA hat, and some guy with a slightly punk...
It's so cringe. And I just want to point out one thing that this little trailer that Vic Berger made, which is good, by the way. This is really good. But one thing that I want to throw out there is that part of the Proud Boy manifesto is that you're not allowed to masturbate. And in order to level up in the organization, to go from like a rank and file like loser, right, to like a leader or organizer, you need to get involved in political violence. It's like an initiation campaign. I don't think that's in this little video here, but that's also something. Is that he says if you want to rank up, you got to beat the shit out of someone, and it's okay because the cops just don't care. Now again, one of the Proud Boys was arrested a couple days ago, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But again, this is who the Proud Boys are. Donald Trump is telling these folks to stand back and stand by. And I made a video about that the other day about how they reacted. They were excited. They were very enthused that the president shouted them out and told them to stand by. So this is the kind of, like, this is the organization that the President of the United States is signal boosting and endorsing. And it doesn't matter if he walks back his comments, because the comments were made. Part of the Trump supporter base knows that Trump is in the limelight, and he has to walk things back sometimes. Like when he tweeted out that white power video and then he had to delete it 5 hours later, right? They know. All they care about is getting the message. Like Bernie Sanders, right? Oh, he gave up. He bent the knee, right? Trump, whenever he bends the knee, he's not really bending the knee. He's going 5D chess, right? So this is their like weird fan fiction about the president. But again, these are who the Proud Boys are, and this is a really good video.
Demeanor comes up to you and says, hey, are you Sal or are you pro-Trump? Choke him. Trust your instincts.
The music
Don't
is, I'm
listen
sorry,
to what he
it's
has
too
to
comedy.
say. choke
comedically
him.
timed for me.
If I do a
but
video
still.
where I say, how about we start throwing bricks? Is that legal? You can't call for violence on a specific person, but can you say they're throwing bricks? We should throw bricks.
Now, I just want to say real quick as well, I have seen Gavin McInnes in person, okay? I went to an event with him at one point last year. And the Proud Boys were there. And I have interacted with the Proud Boys at several different protests, right? And these guys are lunatics. When I was at the hashtag Demand Free Speech event in Washington last year, Gavin McInnes went up on the stage and literally said, I wish I, like, he was like, oh, the mainstream media, the fake news keeps saying I've got an organization of people to kill people that I want to kill, to hurt people I want to kill. I wish I had a gang. I wish I had a gang that would kill people on demand. That was his whole thing. It was saying like, yeah, I know I've got this gang following me. I wish I had that gang. I wish they would beat the shit out of people and kill them. That sounds awesome. And it was like just really bizarre. And then around that point, I got the fuck out of there because like I saw all the Proud Boys in the crowd. And this is one thing that, again, a lot of people don't have this analysis because they don't go to protests and stuff, and that's fine. But I have this in person. I've seen Gavin McInnes on a stage, right? Talk about how he wishes he could have people be murdered by a gang that he operates. And I remember, and you can look at my footage because I got a little bit of it, right? I remember looking at the Proud Boys' faces and they were grinning and they were just like staring up at their dear leader. And it was just like, it was horrifying, right? Like, there are people out there that's like, yeah, I get you, Gavin. We're not for you, but we're for you. And it's just, it's weird, it's scary, and it's horrifying. So again, this, like, as funny as the music is, like, this is not really a joke. These are real people, and someone was arrested, finally, right? But this is still a huge problem.
Throwing bricks? We should throw bricks. Can you call for violence generally? Because I am. Fighting solves everything. We need more violence from the Trump people. Trump supporters. Choke a motherfucker. Choke a bitch. Choke a tranny. Get your fingers around the windpipe. I want violence. I want punching in the face. I'm disappointed in Trump supporters for not punching enough. Get a fucking gun. Get ready to blow someone's fucking head off. I've even killed people in my dreams. That's how awesome my gun is. Get in trouble, get arrested, get fired. Let's all get in this together. They can't kill us all. Yeah, but I got green tips, man. Those go through at least 3 bodies. Oh, beautiful. Plop. I love the way he falls on his ass. They said, you want to go? I said, yeah, I want to fucking go. And I punched him in the face. And then Coulter emailed me later and she goes, conservatives never punched anyone in the face. Finally, things are turning around. And then Mousberg goes, you're not advocating violence, are you? And I go, I absolutely am. It's a wonderful, effective thing. This is a fucking war.
I started this gang called the Proud Boys.
The guy's mostly fun.
Yeah.
Again, the little Joe Rogan tidbits on the front and in the back are just like, the guy's mostly fun, right? Like, yeah, sure, he's the leader of a gang, or at least the former leader, because he had to step down for PR reasons. You know, he kind of instills violence in people and, like, activates them to want to murder Antifas or whatever, right? Like, mostly fun, though. Mostly fun. And this is why I don't like Joe Rogan, because, again, you can tell, like, he's in the tanning salon. This is, like, this is September 18th, right? This is like just a couple weeks ago. He's still signal boosting white supremacist fucking like people like fucking Gavin McInnes, who literally are like they fucking are organizing with neo-Nazis and shit, dude. Like, but again, Joe Rogan is like, oh yeah, he's great, he's a good guy, he's mostly fun. It's like, what? I mean, Gavin McInnes would need to be one if he's mostly fun, right? Which would be like what, like a super majority of fun, like 67% fun, right? Then maybe that's like selectively out of context cringe that Vic Berger gave us. Maybe this guy's hosting parties, right? Maybe it's all satire. I don't know, but I haven't seen that. So like, if that is the case, if that is something that I should see, right? If the guy really is mostly fun, someone let me know. Because the way I see it, these people are fucking lunatics. Mostly fun though. Mostly fun lunatics. Yeah, sure, they might want to kill you, but they're mostly fun, right? They might wear a clown suit when they choke you to death, right? Yeah, mostly fun, though. Vic Berger is a treasure, absolutely. I agree. Maybe Joe Rogan has a professional TV crew to assist him. TV has a strong, very strong lights, so the emotions can be captured well. And indeed, he has a TV. Yeah, I don't care because it looks awful. So, actually, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he talks about this in this thread. I'm one of the people who have had weird conversations with him about Gavin. Explained who the Proud Boys were. Told him Gavin sent a thug to my home to try to scare and silence me. Yet this is the message he keeps pushing. It's not just about Gavin, though. GM is just one of many toxic people who Rogan introduces his massive audience to and whose image he softens, whether he intentional or not. Right? Like, again, I don't know. It's crazy. This guy's nuts. Totally nuts. Absolutely nuts.